Peace. Y'all know what this is. Dropping knowledge. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad wrote a book in 1965 entitled Message to the Black Man. This book, along with other books he has written, is considered by most to be some of the most brilliant works of literature ever published. The book touches on topics such as God, spiritual guidance, the devil, the Bible, the Holy Quran, and yes, black male and female relationships. Even though the messenger didn't possess a degree from any university, he was of divine nature and the fulfillment of prophecy. When the messenger was building the Nation of Islam, many thought that his teachings were to be racist and insane. As time went along, many of the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad were deemed to be accurate. The messenger used to often state, "If I'm wrong, I will give you $10,000 out of my brother's vest pocket." I don't have to tell you that he never had to relinquish the money. The messenger compared the black woman to your crops, because if you were a farmer, you would do all to protect your crops. He speaks of our love for the black woman and how it's been destroyed. He goes on to say that by not protecting our women, we in turn will not be protected. He later says that we are the only nation that has little control and no respect for our women, and how no other nation will respect us until we have respect and control of our women. The women in the Nation of Islam are taught MGT and GCC, Muslims Girls Training and General Civilization classes, teaching them how to keep a home, how to raise their children, how to keep a husband, sew, cook, and how to act at home and abroad. Let's examine that for a minute. Most men, not just black men, desire a clean house. Every man desires his home to be kept up. The messenger, along with Master Farad Muhammad, to whom all praises are due, gave instructions on how to raise kids. Also the things necessary in keeping a husband. How to act at home is important because as a black man's wife or girlfriend, you are a reflection of him. You are a representative of him even in his absence. If your woman acts a certain way at home, she will act the same way outside of the home. This book only confirms what I've been saying all along, that black men and women have been telling black women for years to clean up their act. They are out of control and we are standing up so we can take back control of them. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said no other nation will respect us if we didn't. And this was over 40 years ago. We failed to. Now we got all these feminist so-called independent black women that lack any true spirituality. Unfortunately, some of the sisters in the church are the worst. The American black church lacks leadership. Black women are controlling the church, and the church leaders are not checking these black women. They come to church dressed no different than what they would dress if they were at a club. You try to drop knowledge on them and they reject it. The television have more control over the black woman than any black man. The Plies video represents some of the most reprehensible behavior, but I'm pretty sure there's been worse that haven't made it to YouTube. They look at a sister from the nation and feel pity or hatred for them when they're the ones that's actually in danger. Look at the sisters in the nation. They eat properly, don't wear revealing clothes, and are always respectful to black men. They, unlike the sororities, represent the elite of black women. So I say, black woman, be controlled or be out of control. It's your choice. Now, we didn't show, this brothers that's been on here, we didn't talk our heads off and showed practically every example that we can show where black women don't have to act in the manner that they've been acting. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad had been teaching since like 1930. Even though his book was published in 1965, he's been saying this stuff since like 1930. And it still seems like some sisters just don't get it. They just don't get it. And you think we doing this out of hate. We hate black women. Y'all need to knock that off. Maybe some of you just really hate yourselves. How about that? It ain't that we hate y'all, is it that you hate yourselves? Like I told you in the Black Women and Self-Esteem video, self-esteem comes from inside. You gotta love yourself more than to be out here finagling around like a whore. And good black women need to stand up and start checking some of these sisters on this stuff. We brothers are tired of telling you guys to do this. We almost beginning to think that there are no good black women out there because ain't none of y'all really standing up. There's only one or two sisters, maybe three, that I know that's really standing up on here in YouTube, ain't telling it like it is. And that's sad. That's very, very sad. Be true to yourself, black woman. And on that note, I teach and I don't preach. Peace.